My friend told me about my wife. I didn't believe him until I saw it. At first, I did not think anything of it. My wife was on her phone more often. She smiled more than usual. Sometimes she would just go into another room. For me, it was normal. I trusted her. One evening, I got a call. It was a friend of mine. He sounded unsure. He said, "I do not want to ruin anything for you, but I think I saw your wife with another man." Everything inside me went quiet. I asked him where. He said, "At a restaurant outside the city." They were very close. I thought you should know. I hung up and just stared at my phone. Then I texted him, "Send me the address." On the way there, I kept telling myself that it was a mistake, that he was wrong, that it could not be my wife. But deep down, I already knew. I arrived, and I saw her immediately. My wife, with another man. She was sitting close to him. She was laughing. His arm was around her. Their hands were touching. Then I recognized him. Her boss. In that moment, I could have walked in. I could have destroyed everything. But I did nothing. I just stood there and watched. Then something changed. I became calm. Too calm. I turned around and left. On the way home, I made a decision. I would not say anything. Not yet. I wanted to know everything. When she came home later, she acted normal. She smiled. She kissed me. She asked about my day. I asked, "How was your meeting?" She said, "Very stressful," and smiled. In that moment, I knew she could lie without any problem. So I played along. That night, I called my friend. I said, "You were right, but I will not end it yet. I will collect evidence." The next days got worse. She was always on her phone. She left the room to talk. She kept secrets. When I asked who she was texting, she said, "Friends." And I just said, "Okay." I played my role perfectly. I installed small cameras. Hidden. Almost impossible to see. I wanted proof. A few days later, she said, "I will be home late." I said, "Take care. Love you." She said it back, kissed me, and left. I watched her go and wondered how long this had been going on. I drove to the same restaurant again, and there she was, with him, closer than before, more comfortable. I recorded everything, and while I was watching, I realized something. I felt nothing. No anger, no pain, just emptiness. She felt like a stranger to me. A few days later, I made my move. I told her I would be working late. On the third day, she brought him into my house, into my life. Everything was recorded. Now I had everything. When I came home that night, she was waiting for me. She smiled, like nothing happened. She said, "I have a surprise for you." I looked at her and said, "I do too." I placed the divorce papers in front of her. Her face went pale. "Why?" she asked. I said, "I know everything." Silence. "I know you were cheating on me. With your boss." She started crying. "It is not what you think. I love you. It was a mistake." I looked at her. "You cheated on me. That is all that matters." She stepped closer. "Try to touch me. Please, we can fix this. Please give me another chance." I stepped back. "You are leaving tomorrow." Then she said something. "I am pregnant." I looked at her and asked, "How long?" 1 month, she said. I laughed. We had not been together for months. In that moment, she knew. Not my child. The next day, her parents came. They were angry. "How can you treat her like this? She is pregnant." I stayed calm. "Not my child." Silence. Her father looked at her, then at me. He understood. Her mother started crying. She said nothing. At the divorce, everything was shown. The videos, the pictures, the truth. Her lawyer said nothing. She started shouting, "You filmed me." The judge stayed calm. The evidence was clear. She got nothing. Soon after, everything collapsed for her boss. His wife found out. Big fight. Divorce. He lost money. He lost his house. His children turned away from him. At work, everyone found out. He lost his reputation. He lost his position. In the end, he even lost his job. And her. She was completely alone. She kept trying to contact me. She showed up at my door, crying, begging, "Please, I lost everything. Please give me another chance." I looked at her and closed the door. A few months later, the test. Not my child. Years later, I sometimes see her, tired, exhausted, alone with her child. She looks at me like she still has hope. but I never looked back. Some mistakes destroy everything, and karma always comes.